Alright, good evening and welcome to another V Rising Fundamentals video. This is going to be the advanced strategy of making yourself unsiegeable. Even if you're offline, with this castle layout, no one is going to want to put forth the effort to siege you. This is extremely advanced and you are going to have to destroy so many trees and rocks and go to the sulfur mine and just send your workers out, right? Send your servants to faraway destinations to gather every resource in those lands, because here we go. This is how to make yourself extremely unsiegeable if you're offline and impossible to siege if you're online. They better be bringing 20 or 30 golems with them in order to siege you, because they're coming through, and this works in any location, right? And we're only going to be looking at one half of a setup, and you would obviously be mirroring it excuse me, on the other half. And so it doesn't matter where you're at, right? If you're here on the map, it's all the same. You just look wherever the choke points are. So here we have this, and here we have this, and those are going to be your most deadly areas. And for me in particular, you have this, and then you have this. And so you're creating these insane boxes of rooms which are so boxed together that they're going to form a honeycomb pattern. And so it's going to take ages for a golem to get through them, or an extremely large amount of bombs. And so all you're doing is delaying, and you're falling back to kill points where there are servants with inside of rooms with windows facing the kill room. So before we just talk about it and we get too advanced, let's just go ahead and walk to my castle and I'll show you what I'm talking about, right? So they get to my castle. First of all, they think it's amazing. They don't even want to raid it. But assuming they do, what are they going to do? I guess they're going to choose a wall. They're all basically the same, so hopefully they go with the front door, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, they get inside, and now they have explosives all over the hallway. So the moment they break through the door with the golem, it's going to be doing extreme damage to the golem. And as we know, golems have almost no health. They're going to die very, very quickly. But now where are they going to go? Let's say they go through here. That's right. They're going to hit another room with more explosives. And there's not a whole lot they can do about that. Then they're going to come through here, and you've got even more explosives lined up. But in this particular setup here, you're going to want to have servants in certain rooms facing your kill room, right? So this could be your first point where you fall back and defend. Obviously, at any point, you can just dismantle these and replace them. They're explosives. They're not part of the castle's system, so they're not considered sieged when the castle is vulnerable, right? So if the golem gets through one wall, you're unable to build, but you can still move and plant explosives. So assuming you're online, you're just going to be dropping explosives, right? Wherever you think the golem is, wherever you see it, and it's going to be extremely hard for them to come through. But then if they're offline, it's going to be extremely annoying, and that golem only lasts for 5 minutes. So you're going through all these honeycombs, and this is just one small box. Obviously, I could have expanded further outward, but I just wanted to kind of show you the preface of my castle and what I was working on in order to help you all kind of already get into that mindset. Maybe you can start working on it now. It is a very time-consuming process, but you want to protect those precious resources. So, finally they get through this kill point where you have servants in these rooms shooting inward. You're protecting it, you're defending, you're going backward. And then they can only go up one side here. We essentially have created a brand new choke point outside of our choke point. They can't go up the cliffs. So now they have to come up here and they have to go through this wall. And now you have the same thing set up here, right? This is now a new kill point, and you have more servants on either side of this. And you can shoot through windows. So your servants can shoot through windows. You can shoot through windows. So you could have little setups where you go in here and you shoot these boxes and blow them up, and then you fall back, right? So you're coming in, you're sitting here waiting, you're shooting them, you're throwing little explosives. I'm going to demonstrate how this works and waste 2 of my explosives just so you guys can get a taste, right? So that's going to go through the wall. So you can see how that would devastate a golem and players if they weren't expecting it, if they open the door. Even if they're sitting on the other side with the golem, they're going to have to hit that. So let me just set that back up because I do want to go offline after this. And so now you have the same thing here, right? This could easily be a kill room. We could do the windows here with the servants if we so chose, but we've already kind of gone through what I would consider our first 6 servants. And then we're going to continue to go backward and do that. So here I've also noticed how I've put down treasure chests. So I'm hoping that they will open these treasure chests because it takes them a while to open them, right? And then lo and behold, there's actually nothing inside. But wait, what's this? He actually has 3 treasure chests in here. This must be an important room. Alas, no, that is an unimportant room. So you're just making them waste time, right? They're going to have to break through extra walls. At least their first siege golem is already long gone. Absolutely devastated by servants and explosives somewhere around there. And they're going to have to put at least one more down. And so they're really thinking that this part of your castle must have some good loot. They're putting down siege golems. So now we have more servants here, right? We've got 1 or 2 more in this room. They're shooting through the walls. They're hitting the explosives. It's just devastation. And then, of course, you have to have more fake treasure chests that have nothing inside of them. I would also recommend during the siege dropping little quantities of items on the ground just because it confuses them and you can use that to your advantage. We've also put a carpet conveniently where we expect them to go. Hopefully a smarter player would choose to go elsewhere, right? They can just honeycomb, I suppose, through the side, but there's just more walls, right? So I'm enticing them with little openings. So they go, oh, that's 1 less honeycomb I have to go through. But alas, it's nothing but death and destruction and all of the portraits of the lineage of my history of vampires. So you have the same thing here, right? You want to use those windows to your advantage. So you'll be fighting a kind of retreating backward battle. Fighting, moving, fighting backward, all the way across. And we haven't even gotten to the important part of my castle, right? This is just an insane amount of honeycombs. And then we would be falling backward across these hallways. You could easily put windows in some of these with more servants and then try to stop them in that spot. And so on the other side of my castle, we would have the same thing here. Right, I'm getting tired, so I don't want to build this just now. But you're going to have the same thing on this side. And so it's just this retreating, pressuring battle all the way back through this insane system of honeycombs and choke points and kill rooms and fake treasure chest rooms. All the way as we retreat backward. I can't imagine how long it's going to take anyone to get through all of this. And so I hope that you all managed to learn something from this video. If it even helps one person not get sieged, then I feel like I did a good job. So please like, comment, subscribe, leave some criticisms on what you think of what I would consider to be the greatest form of making your castle unsiegeable. Is just making it annoying, making it explosive, making it fun, and hopefully when they get inside they feel bad destroying these walls and they just decide to go home. But if you're online and you're fighting a retreating battle, these players are going to get devastated. I will see you guys next time for another V Rising video.